Hello, I'm Zach OJ. Today I'm going to be going over Soulbinder as Assassination Rogue. These are the talents. It is a just raid Deathstalker build with Caustic Spatter, nothing special to it. And here is how I did. This is boss damage. I'll show you. You'll see later in the fight why we all parsed so low, but it was just fight mechanics and our first kill. So this fight is really simple. You're gonna want to get knocked around the room in to just little quadrants. So you just need to stack with your group and get knocked and don't cancel the knock. The first mechanic are these little canisters. They need to be hit with the orbs. So one of these orbs needs to hit the canister and it removes one stack of some thingamajig. And then you need to put this line so that this ball hits these canisters as well. And then they're out, you kill them. Like the only damage gain I've really found here is just pooling before the ads spawn. And then in the intermission, you'll want to rupture them. So here's the first knock. You see we have Guildmaster or Feral marked with circle here. So we just follow him around, we get knocked. Important thing is do not cancel with Shadow Step. Even if you're on the ground already, I've Shadow Stepped before and it put the, at least on PTR, I Shadow Stepped and it put the puddle under the boss even after I landed and took a second. So I'd be careful about that. It's just you're trying to keep the room as clean as you can. So don't cancel your knockback. Just let it hit you and then fall and run. So then, like I said, you see I haven't hit a button for however long. That this is the only gain that I feel you can get is just by pooling before both your Kingsbane and the ad spawn. So nothing crazy. And then again with a knock, you just knock around the room. Your raid leader will most likely have a plan for how you get knocked. This is the most standard way of getting knocked, I believe. Something important to notice is we have the ads coming up. It's called remaining ads on your timer in 17 seconds. So what that's going to do is all of the ads from the rest of the canisters that are unopened are going to come out and fight you. So we want to have all of our CDs ready for that, which they will. It's on 2 minutes. Something as well that we are running is, it's a small thing, but Blackjack on this fight. Enemies have 30% reduced damage and healing for 6 seconds after blind or sap's effect on them ends. So you'll see in here, see when these group up, yeah, right here. So I blind just to apply that to all the mobs, which it only managed to hit the mages. So, but then this, you're just doing your CDs regularly. The important part about this is also being able to rupture. That's something that I learned on kills after the first kill was rupturing these phase blades is pretty valuable because these guys last forever. So you're just getting energy from them nonstop. But really, this is the only part of the fight that is anything. You'll see right here, I'm going to demonstrate this debuff that you're slowed forever and it does a lot of damage to you. You can cloak this. So I made sure to get hit by that so I could show you guys that you could cloak it. But then other than that, it's the biggest thing you want to defensive on is when the remaining ads come. Feint works really well on that. It's just big AoE damage that happens based on how many guys are in the canisters, I think, but that could be wrong. So I'll skip forward just to show you again the remaining ads on this last set. So boss is 35% health. So I'm figuring it's not better to hold my CDs for a little bit longer, which might have been the wrong play, but I think it ends up being worth it in the end because I would have lost a cast of Deathmark. But I figured because we're in execute, I'm sending the CD insta. I'd have to wait for these ads to group up for it to be more like impactful. I think it was worth pressing this Deathmark. So regular stuff, you see I blind again. It hits all the mages. The phase blades are worth putting a rupture on. Like you see how these guys have a humongous health pool. It's almost 1 billion health. Those guys are they're also a threat to your tank, I believe. They do a lot of damage. But yeah, that's the fight. Let me show you where is the remaining ads here. Like so, here's the damage that it does. Like that's with no feint. So fainting helps. This fight was just kind of a joke. So there, you shouldn't have much trouble on it. But that's Soulbinder. It's a quick one, and not much to really say about it other than maybe pull for the ads as much as you can, and faint on the ad spawn, and boom, that's that's Soulbinder. If you have any questions, let me know. Next, I'll be making a guide for Lumathar. I finally got a kill where I wasn't dead, so I can show you guys a little bit more of the fight. But this has been Soulbinders. I stream live on Twitch at ZachOJ3. I stream every single day except for Wednesday from 8 to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will link this in the description. If you'd also like my UI, this is my UI. It is on the Wago UI page. I have a Discord that explains everything in here, how it's used, what it's done. Here's Assassination, here's Sub Rogue, here's Outlaw Rogue. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the Lumathar video. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you like guides like this, then subscribe. I will be making one of these for every one of the boss videos, maybe even getting into some dungeon stuff. Depends on how deep I get into that stuff. But definitely for each of the bosses, I'll be making a guide video. So, thank you for watching.